because I love woodworking and it's something I'm really passionate about, I wanted to sit down, enjoy a cigar, and share with you guys how I became interested in woodworking in the first place. For those of you interested in the cigar, this is going to be from the company Southern Draw. The ashtray that I'm going to be using today was practiced for a piece that I'm working on. It's just a cigar ashtray cut into the top of a log. The biggest flaw I see with this piece is the splits in the ashtray portion. I think over time that would just pack with ash and end up looking kind of bad. To start this off, I'd say for as long as I can remember, I've really enjoyed making things. I think that's probably pretty heavily influenced by the different male role models in my life. My dad, my grandpa. I remember spending a lot of time at my grandparents' farm, either over the weekend helping my dad with various tasks, or throughout the summer helping my grandpa with some of the gardening that he was doing. It was during these times that I got to witness real-time problem solving, because there was always something getting broken that needed fixed, and it was always really interesting to me because it showed me that given enough time and focus, and in most cases a pretty healthy dose of ingenuity, that any problem you had could be solved. I also remember as a kid that the things I enjoyed the most were like the different building sets, or taking my existing toys and taking them apart and seeing how they worked. But that really only gets you so far, and it didn't really satisfy my desire to make things. So I eventually moved out into my dad's garage and kind of started tinkering with the different tools and seeing what I could make from there. As far as woodworking specifically, I would say my biggest influence is my grandpa, because he was constantly making different things for my family. The things I remember, he made me and my sisters all toy boxes. This was a toy box he made me, and I know it's mine because of the little chunk of wood I took out of it with a knife as a kid. But I've since passed this down and I use it for my daughter's toys now. I also remember these small child-sized desks he made for my sisters when they were younger, and I think they've since been passed on to their kids as well. Over the years, he made a lot of outdoor furniture for my family. This is a bench that he made, and I eventually want to make something similar to this because I have the exact wood that he used to make this bench. Then we have this A-frame swing set. My favorite part has to be the swing itself, although it's definitely seen some better days. The last thing I want to share is these planter boxes that he used to make, because this is also a project that I want to remake in the future, maybe with some different wood for these little middle portions. I would say I really started focusing on woodworking just a few years ago, and it started mainly as a desire to want to build things for myself, my friends, my family. I started with almost no knowledge of woodworking, but over time I've learned new skills, acquired new tools that have helped me expand my capabilities. I would kind of classify where I'm at now as just the beginning, because there's so many things I want to learn and even more things that I want to build, but I really enjoy the process and I love the journey. I really like the pedestal style cigar ashtray. This was just a practice piece that I was working on. I actually have another piece, kind of like a sister project, that I'm currently making a video for. I want to finish things up by saying thanks for watching. That Southern Draw cigar was really nice. It was a much more enjoyable time this time because there wasn't a whole bunch of bees flying around. There was a couple moments where there was a bunch of gnats, and it was really confusing to me because I thought bugs were supposed to not like smoke,